And this is the entrance to St James's Gardens, where there are 58,000 people buried.
It's really pretty, isn't it?
It's lovely. There's tombstones. Basically, they're everywhere.
Yeah. But these are just the tombstones. They're not graves. Are
No,
they?
these were, from
That's
what
a tomb. Maybe
from what we can gather, some of these, or most of these gravestones were transported or moved from
Yeah.
other cemeteries in Liverpool. I think Walton.
Bodies weren't.
No, so it's like a commemorative garden, I suppose. But look, there's a cluster of. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
It's not a
It's
bit.
nice with the houses, isn't it? You
Yeah.
can just imagine stepping back in time, can't you?
I think it's called the Georgian Quarter, is it? All the Georgian properties.
Probably really affluent in its day, wasn't it? But it's not very well kept now. Although that adds to its atmosphere, really, doesn't it?
See, it's just, we go over here.
Margaret, wife of John.
They're really, really old gravestones. William Thomas, who departed this life 22nd of April 1880.
Go up, there's the Anglican Cathedral.
Oh, just through the trees there. You see just poking above the trees. The Anglican Cathedral where we were yesterday. Well, that is one impressive building. If you ever come to Liverpool, you must go and see the Anglican Cathedral. Fabulous. This is like something off a movie set, the way all these gravestones are grouped together. You know, who's this?
One's actually got the tree growing round it.
It has, yeah. It has it's like the trees embracing it, isn't it? Alice Evans, 31st of July, 1878, age 71. Now that was a good age.
Good age,
Yeah. Also, Thomas James Maddox, son. Oh right, his son. He lived till he was about 62 or 82, 62. And Ellen Maddox, she was 78. They're good ages. They're really good ages. Some of them are that old you can't even read all the inscription. But we did the Liverpool walk last night, but we didn't get as far as up here. It was too
That's another tour.
it was too dark.
Just on this completely.
Yeah. They do ghost stories in here in the walk.
There's a badge. What's that one?
Oh. No.
Robert Burkett.
Who died? He was 61.
It's as if it might be a forces thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got a shield on it.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Poltergeist, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
You expect that bloke to come along with his black coat and his black hat. What was he used to singing?
I don't know. He had the horrible southern accent.
Yeah. Can't remember the song he used to sing.
The housing estate was built on top of a graveyard, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's fabulous. Yes.
And it's really, look at those houses. You wouldn't know from that, because that's where we walked, isn't it? You wouldn't know from up there that this was down here, would you?
Yeah.
And there's another tunnel. Look, she was talking about tunnels last night. That's been bricked in.
Yeah.
Wonder all these tunnels went.
I don't know, maybe at some point they may get opened and do walks through the tunnels. Yes, 4 in a row.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
They're either on the floor, aren't they, outside the Anglican Cathedral? What's that green thing on that piece?
I think it's probably a protected tree, maybe. It's usually a tag, isn't it?
They didn't do a good job, did
No, but they normally tag them, don't they? So they've got a record of the trees which have been
put down.
cut down. There's a group of headstones here, look. And you know what? I can't hear many birds either. Just the odd one or two. Yeah, there's a couple of blackbirds chirping. You know.
That's a nice view of the cathedral.
Yeah.
The sun.
Yeah, it's a nice day today.
Yeah, beautiful day.
There's the cathedral up there. Just towers.
Beautiful day.
Adam Sibold, assistant head constable of Liverpool, who departed this life 9th of October 1885, aged 60 years, I think. And the berries on the tree, all the red berries.
The ones that could afford a headstone.
These are all headstone placed on the bottom of this embankment. Some of them are hidden with the foliage, but they're all the way along. Joshua Bird, 22 years, clerk to this burial, 68. Stone is a very soft stone. Okay. Lovely autumn day, sun coming up there over the trees. And this building here, we believe, is the resting place of, is it William Huskisson?
Yeah.
Apparently he was killed by Robert Louis Stevenson's rocket engine. Well, that's a case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time, isn't it? One celebrates the birth of a new engineering project, and the other's killed by it. Now these, you might think, are flags, paving flags, but they're not. They're actually headstones placed around this building. There for years. inscriptions. Until the day brings another shadows. Can't read it. Can't read it. Look at all these over here. This was a quarry. It was a sandstone quarry, and it's been dug out, and the cathedral was built in it. It's not a bit spooky, it's actually quite nice. All these people. All these people. I'm not sure what that design is there. Look at that. Is that majestic? Or is it? Absolutely gorgeous. You can't grasp the size of it. It's enormous. This here is the only natural spring in Liverpool. What's that bird there? That's unusual, isn't it? What's it? That's not a pigeon. It is there. It looks like a magpie, but it's the wrong colour. The only natural spring in Liverpool. Well, it doesn't look very impressive, but it is a natural spring. It drains into this murky thing here. Looks like the local artists have been down with the coloured pencils. It looks like some sort of crystal grid. And at the bottom there's eyes. There's one of those birds again. I don't know what it is. It's not a pigeon, it's not a magpie. It's got a touch of blue on its wings. Where do you see it? I'll have to Google it later, find out what it is. If you look at these, you think they're flagstones, but they're not. They're headstones. Someone's only age 15 there. No age at all, is there? I think the tour guide yesterday said there was hundreds of children buried here, all under the age of 10. So infant deaths were quite common in the olden days, for want of a better phrase. All the people who've lived and died, and now they're all... I suppose it happens to us all, doesn't it? At some point we're all going to end up, not necessarily in here, but we'll all end up somewhere else. Our bodies will end up somewhere else. It's fabulous. And it's overseen Oh my goodness, look at it. Just towers over it. It's lovely. It's just a great big crack running right the way down it. Charles Gore, merchant, departed this life, is it? The 7th of August, 1771, aged 35 years. 1771? Wow. It's incredible. Just looking at some of the words, and on these headstones, that one says, in this valley are deposited the mortal remains of Thomas Dwigwit, died 24th of January 1875, aged 76. Isabella Frances Nee Barton, his second wife, died the 13th of September 1888, aged 71. There's quite a few in here. Ralph Barton, Isabella Margaret Frances, Arthur Bourne, Frances Matilda, their children who died in infancy. So you've got William, James, in loving remembrance of Henry Peter, their third son, died at Rosarek, Argentine Republic, October 5th, 1879, aged 36. And their fourth son died at Mendoza, Argentine Republic, November 13th, 1884. Oh. And the last of their children died August 25th, 1903. There's some more here. It really isn't morbid, this. There's nothing morbid about it. It's history of all those that have lived before us. And as far as we know, we don't know whether they're actually burials here, or are these just the headstones and memorials that were moved from another cemetery. That's an old tree, all gnarled. It's a bit cool today, but the sun's shining, although it's a bit diluted, the sunshine, but it's a nice day, it's a lovely day. There's a memorial that's fallen over, it's broken off. Well, that's quite ornate for its day. It's quite gothic. It looks like it's a building all by itself. Look at that, that's fabulous. There's no sort of inscription on it, unless there's anything around this size. No. This little fella's come back to see us. And this section here was where we were last night with the Liverpool tour. Obviously we couldn't see it because it was dark and we all had our flashlights on. What's this one? This is all sandstone. This wall area. It's all been cut out of the sandstone. The trees are growing through the formation up there. So many. Over here there's a tunnel. I'm not sure I like that. That's a bit creepy, that one. Not sure I like that one. But there's a tunnel over here. Actually there's a few tunnels going around, but it's obviously been fenced off so you can't go in. And it's been bricked up. So I must go under the cathedral. And there's inscriptions on the walls, look. Well, maybe back in the day people do as they do now. Joe Bloggs was here, 1919. And that wall there, it's like sulphur yellow. Oh, let's get back in the sunshine. It's quite cool over here. Should have put my scarf on. And there's the houses at the top. It's a plane up there. And if you just look above, there is the cathedral again. It's everywhere you look. It's lovely. Here we go, Shallybeit Spring. That's the name of the natural spring. I'm not sure why it's called that, so we're going to have to Google it and have a little look and see where that name's come from. Shallybeit. The roots on that tree, climbing down. Like its long fingers are climbing down to reach the tombstones. And there's all the tombstones, and those roots are coming down and down. There we go. All these tunnels have been bricked up. A few of them. A little tombstone just in front of that one, just peeping up out of the ground there. The size of those sandstone blocks. It's lovely, all the leaves are falling off the trees, so everywhere is just a carpet of golds and browns and reds. Lovely. The ivy cascading down the sides of the walls. Right there.
Well, we've done the first route, I'll then just walk through.
Has she not? Alright.
Too isolated. And she Be worried about coming across undesirable